up for Cyber Lunch. Come have some fun in the sun with your Cyber Lunch crew this week. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, thank you,
I'm
Darrell.
almost over that. Just
Crack a cold one with these boys here. Lather on the sunscreen, grab your shades, and join us for our hottest summer media and memories of all time. Summer flicks, cruise and jams, carnivals and fairs.
or carnivals.
Carnifairs. Carnifex.
Carnifex. I was just going to say that.
And even the great outdoors. With that being said, I am Lifeguard Justin.
I am Darrell. I'm camp counselor Darrell. That's right. I wasn't reading.
I'm Jay.
I'm trying to get beer. I'm sorry.
I guess
It happens right as
You're trying to get beer on the phone?
Yeah, it's not my fault. From Wisconsin, so we can't get spotted cow in Minnesota, so I'm trying to stock up. Who is that?
So
Who's that guy in the chair over there?
You're a
Doesn't
beer
matter.
smuggler, Darrell.
Shh, don't tell anybody.
He's a fucking something smuggler.
Don't worry about it. Hillary.
Who are you? What?
Who are you?
What are you
What are you
talking about?
doing?
What are you doing?
You got to go
I'm
in the
Jake.
spiel.
Okay, he's Jake.
Daryl started talking, so
Here, let me put it on. Here you go.
Welcome
Tee it
to
up.
Cyber Lunch, a weekly podcast that deals with the nostalgia reflected and integrated into our everyday lives through growing up in the digital revolution. Plus a plethora of tangents and passionate discussions with special guests and our favorite music, movies, video games, and television shows of the past and today.
Good job.
You did really good.
Shut up, Darrell.
I'm sorry.
Sorry,
It's
you
a
have to order
special
pizza.
edition beer, and around this time, the Oktoberfest comes out for New Glarus, and it's absolutely delicious, and we can't get it in the state. So somebody's very special is picking some up for me, so thank you. I said get as much as you can carry, because they're only $9 for a six-pack.
I dislike.
Yeah, only.
I dislike all Oktoberfest beers.
We're talking about summer, not Oktoberfest
I'm
beers.
gearing up. I'm ready to tee that ball off.
Daryl's interrupting your flow here, Justin.
Yeah, I am.
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead.
No, it's fine. Get the beer.
I know. I am.
So you got two women too. You're gonna get some of that. Too.
I'll get it all and more.
Get the sampler pack, man. The
Damn
Totally
it.
Naked's really good, too.
What's the? Is there like a tar one or something? What's it called?
A tar one.
Yeah, from New
Is that a
Glarus.
NASCAR?
It's one of their.
NASCAR.
What is it called? I can even see the label. I'll think about it. Anyway, whatever.
Beer aficionados. Eric?
Yeah.
Anybody? Helmer?
No one.
The
I
only
like
two
that
people who
Coors
listen?
Slide. Hillary, grab me another Coors Slide from the fridge and get my slippers.
The one fantasy league I'm going to, he always has really good stuff on tap there. He has like a kegerator.
That's like one of the things
so
about
good.
like doing a... If you can't have good beer, you must brew your own.
Don't touch his Blitz cabinet because it's broken. That's all I can say.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to say names.
Oh.
Anyways,
Good. Jake, you've been bugging me to watch some movies for a while,
Oh,
and you're
not-
being very ambiguous with them.
Yeah. Can
So
you
I
tell
just-
why now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So last night, I decided to be assertive with our movie choice. Laura's like, what do you want to watch? I'm like, I don't know, Jake recommended
Oh
this. and
God,
it's a
you had
thriller.
her watch it too?
So
Oh no.
we decided
now
to
I'm
watch,
intrigued.
Yeah, I want to know what's going on.
We
now.
decided to watch 2012's Dennis Villeneuve's Enemy, starring Jake
Oh, you
Gyllenhaal.
watched that first? Okay.
Yeah. No, she didn't watch the other one. I watched
Okay.
that by myself.
What's
We'll
the
get
other
to
one?
Only God Forgives.
I'm glad. That's the one I
Nicholas
thought. you-
Winding Refn's
Yeah.
movie follow-up
yeah,
to Drive?
To Drive, yeah. I mean, it has nothing to do with Drive, but yeah.
Yeah. No, it wanted to be.
I don't know. It was different.
Enemy, what we both want to ask, what the hell, man?
What do you mean?
Just what the hell, man?
So the theory behind, well, not the theory, but the thing that behind Enemy. So kind of you go through and explain it because it's fresher in your brain, and then I'll tell you what the meaning of it was.
I can't explain anything. Okay, the crux of the movie is Jake Gyllenhaal is living a boring, mundane life as a college professor. It seems like somewhat of a loveless relationship. And he asks a guy for a movie recommendation. He's watching it, and he recalls in a nightmare, which dreams seem to keep coming up in the movie for some reason, and they're always super weird, like dreams are. So I kind of gave it, took it with a grain of salt. But he sees himself, or like his doppelganger, in this movie, so he tracks him down, and they meet, and like all hell ensues. It reminded me of Memento, except I like Memento way more.
Well,
I can't say I don't like this movie. I'm just like, what the hell?
Okay, so
and spiders keep showing up.
Are we spoiling this? Because I haven't seen it.
No, you can't spoil this.
No, you would. I don't think you would.
Spider.
Yeah.
That's the biggest spoiler, and it doesn't make sense to you.
Okay, so here's the theory behind this.
It's so weird. It's just like, what?
Jake Gyllenhaal in the movie is
Donnie Darko.
characters. He is. He is that.
That's
person.
what I said.
He is that person. Those are the split lives that he's living, and he's fighting against each one of them.
Yeah, because the actor that he tracked down is like a badass.
Right, it's his other. That's who
his alter Jekyll and Hyde.
Right,
I think.
that's why the one girl recognized him, the other one didn't. You know what I mean? Like, or looked at him weird, but it felt differently because of his personalities. Anyway, the spider in the movie is he mentions many times about being trapped in relationships, like because he had a wife with a baby coming. And, you remember?
Yeah.
And he always talked about being trapped, and women. There was stuff that he would complain about women in his life or whatever. So the theory is that spider, he's seeing that spider as him.
That's his allegory for women.
It's coming to trap him now because he went back with her at the end, and that spider was in the bedroom. Remember at the very end, he's like, okay,
yes,
he was into
obviously.
it. Yes, and then so it's like that. Now he feels trapped again. So it's like a whole cycle thing in his brain, like in his mind. He's seeing this other guy as it's like a split personality kind of thing.
Yeah, I caught on that pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's A24 produced, Darrell, so.
Is it worth it? I have it on Hulu, so I could watch it.
I don't know.
It's a coin toss. That's what it looks like.
I liked it.
If you're not like, yeah, watch it, like under the skin.
If you
or
read
just
about
like,
it, if you look it up and read like what
it was slow.
what the director says about it and stuff. Yeah, it's a slow burn.
Was it slower than Hereditary?
It was around the same pace.
Hereditary is what I'm talking about.
If you read about it, Justin, you would like it.
And then I watched Only God Forgives.
Yeah, this is the
which was just batshit.
It's just rated R.
It reminded me of like I used to watch like a lot of like Japanese like horror action movies and stuff.
The Raid.
Like Ichi the Killer.
Is it Ichi or Ichi?
Ichi.
Kokoyama Hospital.
Know. Either.
So
go on.
The theory of this movie is the police officer, the crazy police officer guy.
Yeah, the old guy.
That's
with the
God.
sword.
That's God passing his judgment on people. What's his name's mother is Satan because she tempts but at the same time she does like the most evil shit. And the police officer, when he gave that dad the chance to brought him in with the killer that killed his daughter. What do? You do this, and then the guy killed him, so he judged him. But instead of letting the guy go or whatever and forgiving him or whatever, only God has the power to forgive.
That's where the title comes from. Interesting.
Yep. So it was basically a whole movie about this man's struggle with God.
I feel like somebody needs to check Ryan Gosling for cancer cells because he's been in way too many neon movies.
It's weird that you said cells because I was thinking Blade Runner when he does that whole Philip K. Dick test after he averts from his AI mentality. Cells. What is it like to hold your family? Cells. He's in that white room in front of that camera.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta watch that again.
Oh, it's so good.
I think my dad has it.
I have it.
That's one of my favorite 4K.
You have mine?
Did you? No, I.
Oh, you have yours.
I have mine. Okay, so
that's enough of my time.
I'm glad that you watched those. I think if we had more time to talk about them and you read into them a little bit more, you'd understand because they're already
right. When we were done with Enemy, me and Lori pick up our phones and we're like, okay, what the hell?
Yeah.
And we just type in Enemy and it's like enemy spider, enemy ending explanation.
Yeah.
It's like we aren't alone.
Yeah.
You are not alone.
Well, the director directly.
Somebody was like
explained it.
Somebody was like, Enemy makes Arrival look like a feature film.
Yeah.
And that movie was weird.
Yeah. Well, the Enemy was just one of those ones I just picked up off Netflix because I watched everything else and I was like, I haven't seen this. I was like, boop, watched it.
Yeah, it had been in my queue before.
Yeah. I watched 5 ones. 3 I'll go real quick.
Okay.
I watched The Game last night. I haven't watched that forever.
Michael Douglas.
Yep. Fincher,
Directed
David Fincher.
Yeah.
Yep. One of the first ones I saw of his in the theater. Great movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Good thriller.
Rated R.
Was that after 7?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Are you sure? It was 94 or 5.
Justin's in front of the computer.
Yeah. Let me.
I think 7 was way earlier. seems to me.
I was in second grade when 7 came out. I'll never forget that because I remember my teacher saw it and she's like, there was people with their kids there and I couldn't believe it. I was appalled. And I'm just like, looking back, the movie made you feel gross, and we've talked a lot about it on the show, but it wasn't like horrifically like graphic in my eyes.
7?
Yeah.
That's very graphic movie.
Not, I mean, other than the guy that was like still alive. That was like the worst part.
The fat guy that died.
They never show what's in the box.
No, but it
was just implied.
There's a lot of insinuation.
Yeah, it was just implied horror, inevitably. What are we looking at here? David Fincher.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This 7 was 1995.
Like I said.
And that would make Game 1997.
Yeah.
Yes. So
I remember renting it on pay-per-view. So I was too young at that point.
I saw 7 in the theater. I walked in not knowing what I was going in for, and like I've said before, we all walked out. It was packed, and nobody said a word.
I was 9 when I saw that movie.
Yeah,
so.
It's a fucked up movie, but it's one of my all-time favorites. So 9. One of my favorites. And then I watched No Country for Old Men. I haven't seen it for a while. Again. Very good movie. I forget how good Brolin is in that movie. And then I watched.
What about what's his name, dude?
Javier Bardem.
No,
he's so creepy in that.
Well, him and goddamn it,
Woody Harrelson's in it. Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, dude, everybody's good in that. Yeah.
Too much talking for my liking.
I love those kind of movies, though.
Yeah, but there's good cinematography. Roger Deakins.
Yeah. Then I watched the 4 to 5 good scenes in Last Jedi, and I went to bed. But before this, this week, I watched Ready Player One. I finally watched that.
Yeah, I need to see that so we all can talk about it.
It's not bad.
Maybe I'll Redbox it tonight.
It's worth watching.
I'm going to pick it up 4K now.
Pick
I want to rewatch it. I've only seen it once in the IMAX, and I was like, oh, that's cool, but it would be kind of cool to like rewatch it and see, like, try to pick some. Yeah, there's a lot of hidden shit in that movie just because of like it's so jumpy.
Yeah.
At parts.
Well, there's so much
parts that
going on.
like eye roll.
Oh yeah,
in a huge way.
Oh yeah,
like
I'll
the
believe
chick,
it.
like the chick with the scar on her face.
Yeah,
it's just like, shut up, you're not fucking deformed.
Yeah, I know.
It's just like, oh, he won't love me because I have a birthmark. It's like I thought she was, honestly, and I don't mean to be crude for everybody out there listening, but I thought it was gonna be some acne, pimpled face, like obese chick where he's like, I'm gonna love you no matter what, and it turns out to be like some like relatively good looking young woman, with a scar on her face. It's just
not even a scar; it's just a red birthmark.
The thing, I don't know what the book was like because Justin, you read the book.
It sounds equally as cheesy.
Yeah, no, but I wish that it was. I don't know. I don't want to get into it because I'm already kind of spoiling it. That was my biggest gripe with the movie. Is that
the love story part was
his love interest should have been like somebody that was not attractive, because it was like, I don't know, it would add a different dynamic where it's like, oh shit, you don't know who the fuck you're talking to online.
We're talking Spielberg here, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, we got to have depth.
Did he direct it too?
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
That maid kid in there drives me nuts the way he looks.
Why?
His look bugs me.
Punchable face.
Yeah. But that's bad to say. I would say that when I was younger,
I know.
But yeah, he's just like...
You know what's funny is the guy that was the dad from The Witch, he was like the abusive father right at the beginning. Did you notice that? Yeah, that was pretty good humor.
Yeah, that was good.
The cameo in the middle, that threw me out of left field.
Cameo in the middle
of a particular film that I will not say.
Oh yeah, dude.
I was just like, what the this came out of nowhere. You'll see it.
Aren't there plenty of cameos in the movie?
This one is especially a pervasive theme throughout the movie.
It's awesome.
Okay.
I think the idea in itself of the movie is really great and it was well executed, but I wanted more from it. But
it's easy. It was an easy movie.
It was too easy. Yeah, it was very cookie cutter.
Holy jeez.
I know, that's why I'm kind of like, I bought Infinity War on 4K because it's like, okay, well now I got to rewatch this, and then I'm just like, $30 for this. But then I got the Vudu account, which that's a whole other argument we could talk about buying digital movies, because it's like you build up your library, but what happens when that whole infrastructure takes a huge giant shit, and then you lose not only all your money but all your content?
That's why I try not to buy digital, man.
I mean, sometimes you're incentivized. Like when you, I unfortunately don't want to bring this movie up, but when you bought Last Jedi, I know, but you bought it early because it's like, oh, I want to watch that again.
I don't do that.
No, but I'm just saying, like a lot of people are into that. Like Deadpool 2 is gonna come out, but people have already bought it.
It is out on digital.
That's what I meant. But on
next week,
next week on physical is what I'm talking about.
I bought Last Jedi because it was $9 on an Xbox sale for one day, and I was like, it can't be as bad as what I remember. Yeah. And I watched it. It was.
Okay, let's
get off that.
And then I watched the other one.
Dead horse you keep
Rampage.
keeping.
It's called Campbell's.
I watched The Rock's Rampage.
I mean, was it decent?
No,
not at all.
There was like 5 minutes of monster fight that was okay, but it was
What do they do the rest of the movie?
Run towards the city.
What about Pacific Rim? The new
I love
one.
Pacific Rim.
Have you seen the new one? I'm kind of interested.
Me too.
I need to rewatch the first one, honestly.
I like that movie.
Because I like robots and like big giant battles. I'm just like, I literally had too many shots of whiskey and went and saw it in theaters and woke up in an empty theater. So the first one.
I feel like it's one of those movies you watch it too much, it gets cheesy after a while.
The acting's bad.
Well, Guillermo.
Yeah.
Then you got John Boyega.
The creatures and the robots are so sick.
Yeah. I mean, cool. That's something that I kind of have to put on my to-do list for sure. Yeah. I haven't really been watching a lot. Today, I had a chance. If you have Netflix, you should watch at least the first episode, because this is the first like cartoon comedy where I've like actually laughed out loud more than once, multiple times. Disenchanted. I've
been hearing a lot about it. Matt Groening's new movie.
Yeah.
Or show?
No show. Yeah.
I'm just not into cartoon shows anymore, man.
No, this one it does something new with old things, if that makes any sense. I don't know. She befriends some elf he's kind of like the atypical like Herbie the dentist, where he doesn't want to be an elf anymore, so he gets banished away, and then for some reason or another this like little demon like joins her, and he's like very sarcastic, like smoking cigarettes, and like I don't know. You should at least take your time out, watch the first episode, and if you don't get into it, I totally understand. But at the same time, like there was points and jokes that it seemed relatively fresh for the genre. That's the best thing I can say. A lot of familiar voices too from Futurama and The Simpsons. So. Was it like adult humor or? Oh yeah, adult humor for sure. I don't want to spoil anything.
More than like The Simpsons, where like your kids go watch it, and like they might not get that, or.
There was some references to like sex and things of that nature. There was like a gnome / giant battle in the first episode, but the elf have never seen war, and he leaves like his elfin kingdom. He's like this little green guy who has a similarity to Bart, and he's walking out in this field, and all of a sudden like he sees this guy, and he's like, "Oh, hi, what are you doing?" And the gnome's like, "We're at war, watch out." He's just like, "War? That sounds fun." The gnomes and like these giants are like having at each other, and then like he's in the midst of everything, and then the dust settles, and there's like a bunch of gnomes impaled on like a bunch of spears, and this one like giant walks up to him and picks him up, and he's got a dagger in his eye, and he was like looking at the sword, and the giant picks him up and like brings him towards his eye, and he stabs him in the other eye. He's just like, "Oh, have a good day." And then the giant steps on like this axe, and it like slams into his face, and it cuts to the next scene. So it's just like kind of like slapstick goofy shit like that, because he's so oblivious to the world around him. All he's eaten is like candy and gum drops his whole life. This other part, he goes into like this guy's home, like a farmer, and he sits down, and they're like, "We are humble." The guy's like, "We are humble people, and I'm sorry our food will bring you no pleasure." And he's like, "Oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever tasted in my life." And he's just like, the guy's like, "You've gone too far. We are far too humble to receive your compliments." Then they kick him out because he's like complimenting him too much. It sounds really fucking dumb when I'm describing it, but it was kind of one of those things. I woke up, I made breakfast, and I went on Netflix just kind of browsing. I'm like, "Oh sweet, that's on." Like, because I remember at least a month back, I posted a trailer on the Cyberlunch website or Facebook, and I don't know, it looked really good, and I watched the first episode today. I'm definitely going to watch more. I took a screeching halt to The Handmaid's Tale. I already told Justin about that. I'm trying to think. I haven't really been watching a ton of new things, honestly. So
you're getting really sweaty over there.
I know. I'm really hot.
Yeah, I finished Handmaid's Tale, and you said you got exhausted. Don't start it back up. It's just more of the same. It's really exhausting. So that's my...
One thing I have been playing that I wanted to talk to Jake about on the show, Nier.
Oh, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man, I told you.
It is the sleeper hit of all time. Just the way it starts. I played already like 2.5 hours. I'm on technically like the second mission right now, but oh my god, it's so good. It's like everything I want from a video game. And especially now it's enhanced on Xbox in 4K. It's just like, it's fucking awesome.
Well, what is
10 out of 10.
Skirt shots on that game too, if you position the camera right. I learned that from some weirdos online. But yeah, man, I told you that's a great game.
Do you know what that is? Nier Automata?
Automata.
I mean, I know we've talked about it on here, I think. I guess I don't remember much of it.
It's on Xbox now? Oh, that's right, it is.
Yeah, Become as Gods Edition came out. It's 50 bones.
Oh.
It's a little spendy. But
meh.
And if you beat it, you haven't beat it yet.
No, I know you have to beat it like 3 or 4 times. I'm just like, well, this isn't happening.
It's a great game though.
Yeah.
I like how they switch up the genres like mid games.
I know. Well, it goes from like top down, like bullet hell, to like a side scroller, to like a 3D like space, like Devil May Cry style. You play as 2B, I believe, the main chick, and she's like wielding like this giant Sephiroth like sword, and just basically slaying.
Did you fight that boss yet?
No, I haven't. Dude. I haven't got that far.
So awesome.
Slaying like these robots. It sounds really generic, but if you're a fan of like Devil May Cry, Bloodborne, I mean, what else could you describe it as? Like a Darksiders, I guess.
Fantasy.
Final Fantasy, like kind of like, especially Final Fantasy 15 mashup. You have to play this game.
Yeah, I bought it just to try it. You know, used at GameStop, figuring I was going to return it right away, and I put like 90 something hours into that game. It was awesome.
It's pushing boundaries in ways that I haven't seen games push in a long time. So if you have now, you have no excuse. It's on PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4, not Switch. I don't really know why. Every probably 4 or 5 years, I like to pick up a Madden.
Don't tell me you bought Madden.
Yeah, I did.
He did.
Oh, fuck.
Why are you mad?
Because fuck that game and fuck EA when it comes to that.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool.
Ugh.
I'm just getting into the arcade mode.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fun to dick around with friends. I don't know. I'm not like going in there and like building my fantasy league and playing competitively. I'm just like playing arcade mode, checking it out for the graphics, and just like I see it more as like a graphic showcase than anything. Like, holy shit, look how far we've come. Yeah, EA takes a big shit on most of everything they touch, but
well, they just don't. They haven't changed it. They just keep charging you for the same game.
This does run in the Frostbite engine now,
so that's been doing that for 3 years now.
Yeah, but now the animations, it's a little bit better, and I have noticed because I did a lot of research before I made the dip, and plus I got a $15 gift card with the purchase of it. So I only paid like $45 to have a new Madden game. Yeah, it's more of the same. That's why I never buy them. That's why I said every 5 years maybe I'll pick one up, and this just so happened to be the year that I did.
Oh, that's
because I'm getting really excited for football this year, which most of the time doesn't really happen. I'm just like, oh, fantasy's coming. Meh. We went to Barnes & Noble today. I picked up a cheat sheet book so I can kind of start looking through that because I want to learn about it. It's just like, how the fuck do you guys learn all this stuff?
Hey, Darrell, good luck.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know.
I've just been watching football my whole life, and then you just learn stuff.
Well, talk about gatekeeping.
What do you mean?
Well, it's just like, well, good luck. You're not going to be able to do anything unless you watch football for your whole life.
I didn't say that.
Well, it was.
You said you didn't know how we.
No, I'm just saying, like, I want to learn.
And
There's
a lot to learn.
Well, I want to.
It's awesome, though, yeah. It's
fun. So I'm kind of trying to get into that, and I thought that was another good foot into the door. The only thing I don't like about the game is for somebody like me with all the little extra little things you can do on the field, like playing the actual football game. There's no like tutorial through that. Mm-hmm. It's just like there's little hints in the exhibition arcade mode, like press this to like make sure you like put your hand out like during a pass or like stuff like that. But there's not like a mode that like walks you through specifically in each situation. There's a practice mode you can go into, and it's like by formation. It's literally like shotgun, this, that, and the other thing. It's just like, holy shit, this is so deep. It's not just like, I don't know.
I'm laughing at you. I'm sorry.
Why?
Because you're talking so fast. You're barely taking a breath. You just took the weirdest, most awkward gulp.
I heard that. I thought he was drinking.
And I was doing this. And I was doing that. Yeah, it's so funny. I couldn't help it.
I'm sorry.
That's why you're sweating.
I've literally had a mild fever ever since last night. I've not been feeling good.
Oh, good. Bring that. So. Yes, come over and bring that here.
All right, I'll leave. Bye.
Anyway, yeah, Madden is fun when I'm at it, like for over or something. It's like couch play, you know.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Some beers and stuff. Same thing as Tiger was always fun that way. And stuff.
Just like, yeah, my cousin buys NHL every year, and it's just like, why? Now they have like an outdoor mode that you can like play amongst the mountains and other stupid bullshit. And it's like,
what game?
NHL.
Oh yeah.
Same with NBA. The only thing you're paying for is like a slight graphics upgrade and roster change, and that's just about it. And I don't give a shit about the campaign as far as Madden's concerned. So
the only real good sports game I think that makes strides every time is PlayStation.
I thought you were gonna say rugby.
No, the show.
The show. That's the one that makes a significant strides every year. So,
all right, let's get to this next deal. This week in gaming history. Top best.
Are you texting while we've been talking?
No, I'm looking up stuff. Don't worry about it, Jake.
All right, well, get ready. You got to start thinking now here.
I'm going to try to slow down my speech.
Put your phones down.
Shut up.
No cheating.
I'm not.
Right.
I'm not going to look up your...
What are we doing?
Darrell,
You're the host. What are we
he
doing?
just said
Well,
This
he's
week
not
in
the
gaming
host.
history.
he is now.
All right.
I don't know. I'm just trying to help.
Are we ready?
Yeah. No.
So this date 11 years ago, or not this date, but this week 11 years ago, Madden NFL 08.
Oh, okay.
This date in 2009, or this week, Madden NFL 10. I'm just kidding. So we have in 2014, Hyrule Warriors was released.
Holy
this week.
shit! What a piece of shit. A lot of people like that game.
What was
It's well
that on?
received.
That was on the
Wii U.
The Wii U. Yeah.
Then it got ported a few years later to 3DS, unfortunately, and it bogged the 3DS down horribly. So that's hilarious.
2012, Darksiders 2 and Sleeping Dogs. Sleeping Dogs was a really good game.
Never played it.
Very good game.
It's rated R.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever played any of those.
Really?
I know
It was free on Xbox.
Yeah, it was free on
I
Xbox.
have
I remember
them,
that.
yeah.
Never played Darksiders either.
Let's see here. Persona 3 in 2007.
On PlayStation 3.
PlayStation 2.
Oh my god.
Speaking of Matt Groening?
Oh, Simpsons Road Rage.
PlayStation 2 Futurama 2003.
Oh.
They made a Futurama game?
Yes, they did on Xbox as well.
No, only on PlayStation.
Are you sure?
Yes, unless it came later. Or if it was a different game. 2002, Capcom versus SNK. One of the better fighting games ever. And finally, your 20 question title. 1989.
Okay. So obviously, first question, was it on Nintendo Entertainment System?
No.
Wasn't on Nintendo. Holy shit. So it must have been on PC.
Was it on arcade?
Yes.
In the arcades. Wow. Okay. Does your character wear a hat?
No.
No. No hats. Fuck. Okay, go ahead, Justin. Are you counting?
Yeah.
Is it only single player?
No.
Okay, so 2-player.
Well, at least.
Okay, well, is it a side-scroller?
Yes.
Okay, so a side-scroller, 2-player. I'm thinking you should ask if it's a shooter or a sports game. Go ahead.
Go for it.
Is it a shooter?
Not per se.
Not per se. So it's Bubble Bobble. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Love Bubble Bobble. Didn't we talk about that last week?
Maybe. Who knows? So it's... well, that was ambiguous, yes or no. So let's just say that you shoot things sometimes.
No, here's your questions. It was not a Nintendo game.
Yeah.
It was in arcades.
Yeah.
It was not a single player game. Not strictly a single player game. It was a side scroller. And it was not a shooter.
Was it a platformer? I.e.
no.
like Joust?
No.
Okay, so it wasn't. Ooh, do you dig things in this game?
No.
Oh, fuck. I was thinking Dig Dug. Hey, that would have been a good one. I don't think that's 2-player. I think it is. Shows it right now. Justin?
Has it been ported multiple times?
I don't think so.
Is it a...
I'll give you one that for free because I don't know.
Okay. Is it a brawler? Like a beat 'em up?
Yes.
Okay, so we're thinking like Double Dragon. We could think like... What else was around that time? I think the original Turtles might have been in the arcade around that time. Beat 'em up.
89.
89 is pretty early. It's a year after Super Mario 3.
Is it based off...
Again, I'm going to reiterate your very first question you asked me.
It's not
Was it
Nintendo.
on Nintendo?
No.
And I said no.
Was it on Atari?
No.
Was it on any home console?
Yes.
In 89?
Wouldn't the game... Well, the Game Boy wouldn't have mattered. It's no Nintendo. Yeah, okay.
ColecoVision?
I'm not good with 20 questions. I don't know all the information in the earth.
Jake wants
Arcade.
to really...
I know. He's beating his...
No, I'm not. I'm just laughing because you know, just.
I know. I'm an idiot. I get it.
No.
Okay, so... Let's see. It's a brawler. We know that for a fact. 89 brawler. Ooh.
Now, don't ask the name of the game. Ask things about a game that you're going to ask that you want to know. You know what I mean? Like if it, just for instance, if you said Double Dragon, you wouldn't say, is it Double Dragon? You'd say,
No.
I do play as two brothers.
Two brothers.
You know, that kind of
Okay,
thing.
here's one I'll ask. Does it have like a fantasy theme?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm thinking like Gauntlet.
Sure.
Sure, nothing to
I
contribute.
don't know, man.
You're already
I'm
burnt
just-
out.
You have
This is
8
tough.
questions left.
8 question. So it's a fantasy theme. It's a side scroller. There's 2 players, right?
Not a Nintendo, in the arcades.
Were there more than one?
I don't think so, no. I don't think so.
Okay.
Jeez.
Was it licensed?
No. You have 6 questions remaining.
Man, this one's getting tough.
This was really tough. He's gonna laugh at us because
Am I even gonna know this one?
Yes. I stopped with
Brawler.
the Asian games.
Brawler. I'm trying to think Brawler.
Like Streets of Rage?
No, that's way
Sega.
too. Yeah, that's Sega. Sega. God, we suck. It's a fantasy theme.
Do you play as a human?
Yes.
Is it 8-bit?
Yes.
Obviously.
What do we got? One more?
4 left.
Four. I don't
Wow.
know. Let's think of something.
This is racking my brain really
Yeah.
hard. It's gonna explode. I'm getting.
We'd like to hear from you, Cyberlunch viewers. What do you think our 4th question should be?
Yeah. Too late. Was there a female option?
Yes.
Okay, so there's multiple character types.
Can you ride anything in it?
No.
I'm throwing hard on Gauntlet, but
I don't know anything about Gauntlet, so if you think, ask a question that would narrow it down. You're so hard up on Gauntlet, but you can't think about anything.
Is it top down?
No. You said
Side scrolling. God. Well, I don't know. I'm not good with this. This is like the
that's right.
3rd time I've ever played this.
That's right.
Video game 20 questions because I'm not like a running encyclopedia.
Calm
like
down. Calm
Jared
down.
Petty. No, I'm gonna. It's gonna. Okay.
Is it in space?
No.
We said it's fantasy theme.
You need a guess right now.
I don't know. Is it Gauntlet?
No. It was not on Nintendo. It was in
Okay,
the arcades.
we already know all this.
It was on
Just
a
tell
home
us.
console, though. You said you never said a Sega Genesis. Not once.
I
What
was-
side-scrolling brawler game that's in a fantasy world where you have
Golden
a
Axe.
female? No, well, close.
That's what I was
close.
thinking.
Altered Beast.
Okay, I
God
said something.
damn
I
it.
said something that was Altered Beast.
You asked if you play as a human, and yes, you do. You start as a human in that game.
I was thinking of that one time, and I was like,
We were talking about that game.
we were
today.
just talking about that, and how that was like one of the first games I remember. Yeah, I suppose.
I can't believe that game came out that early. First of all, I thought
Oh, it was.
no, because it must have been ported eventually to the Genesis because I remember owning that in my house.
It was like a launch release for it, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you guys for
Not on Nintendo,
Sticking
right?
around.
It was not on Nintendo.
Rise
It was
from
too-
your grave.
Thank you.
But that was a better question.
That was
At
a
least you
good
both
one, though,
know.
man.
We
Oh,
tried.
You guys got a lot of questions right too. You're getting better.
I'm getting really upset myself, though.
I know. I'm sweating. I'm upset.
Yeah, you're really hot today.
I am.
Is it because we're doing a summer episode?
It must be. Woo!
Summer,
Heat wave. This is my island in the sun. Woo! Woo!
It's been nice and humid lately, too.
It's been
Especially
great.
today.
I think the weather
feel
was great.
it feels very warm today.
Feucht. That's German for moist.
Really?
Feucht.
People hate that word.
Feucht.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I hate facial. I wish they would. Costco has these giant freaking cases of Kleenex, and it says facial tissue on it, and that just makes me go ooh every time. Like in Bad Santa, what's his name when he's like when he makes that?
John
That's
Ritter.
good.
Yeah, John
That's what
Ritter
it
when he
was.
makes that noise or that face. Yeah. Anyway, this
All
has
right.
been like a low summer for me. Like I haven't done shit.
I haven't
We
either.
haven't been to the lake.
We haven't been
We
to
didn't
the
go
lake.
fishing yet.
Yeah, I
Nothing.
haven't- yep.
Nothing.
I went once to the lake.
Yeah.
That was real weird because I met some meth head who told me that he gouged some dude's eyes out because he hit his meth head girlfriend. And
Was that one of the Minneapolis lakes?
no, it was up north. I don't know. It was weird. I went to my cabin once. That's it. That's all I got up there. And when I went, I literally like pulled up to unlock my gate, and I was like getting swarmed by horseflies and mosquitoes. Like you could see them.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's like
Welcome to the land of
it was
10,000
like
lakes.
a digital cloud in the third dimension
Of flies?
of flies. I stepped out and I'm just like, whapping them aside and shit. And then, I hated it.
Those motherfuckers are invincible, too. You smack them hard and they still come right back at you.
Yeah, they bounce.
Summer.
Yeah.
Summer.
Wonderful summer.
It's all coming to an end. The fair is upon us. I don't know how many
5
states.
days?
I don't know how many states actually have the fair. Does every 50 nifty United States have state fairs?
No,
Not
I think
this
it's
big.
a lot of the Midwest farming towns because it was
Texas,
like a
too.
harvest festival fair kind of thing.
Texas has a giant one.
Texas has everything. But I think Minnesota and Iowa and maybe Wisconsin have some of the better ones from what I've heard.
I'm excited. There's a few new things I'm going to try this year. I'm going to go sit outside the grandstand and listen to 311 too.
I'm going to pay money inside and go and see them.
I hope
me
they
too.
play
And
Amber.
Offspring.
I hope
They
play
will
Amber.
definitely play Amber. I was actually kind of just... It's weird people doing it during the spring, but I was kind of cleaning yesterday, like my clothes, and kind of just getting ready for autumn because it's impending. And I was listening to The Offspring, and I put on, like, on Spotify, you can do, like, their top 5, and then it goes on from there. And I'm, like, listening. I'm like, oh, this song's good. This song... I'm, like, in there for, like, a half hour, and I know all the songs, and I'm really digging them. And I open the door, and I yell out to the living room to Betsy. I'm just like, we are not driving a motor vehicle that night.
Yeah.
I'm getting
Period.
trashed.
Wait, didn't Offspring cancel?
No.
No, that was all a rumor.
That was a rumor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was taking me out for a while.
Yeah, they're all good. I remember jamming to their very first album, Crushed, right?
Smashed.
Yeah.
Smash.
That was
was my favorite
skeleton
one.
on the front.
I had a 1979 Oldsmobile Cutlass with a 15-inch MTX subwoofer in the trunk. And I had that thing hooked up through my tape deck. I like soldered wires to make my amp and everything work through a tape deck, cassette player, AM, FM radio in there.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And had a wire going over to the fuse box and everything. And I was just pound music driving up and down the driveway. My dad hated that shit.
You got to keep them separated.
Yeah. Drink your milk.
That's good summer music.
Perfect end of the summer concert, honestly.
It really is.
August
I think
31st
that's what
for
the name
us.
of the tour is. It's like something about the summer. I can't remember.
Yeah, and it's cool. Like if you go on Spotify, they actually did a cover of each other's music. 311. 311.
It's a ghost.
Is that the deathbed?
Oh, we didn't bring up Deathbed.
Oh my
Daryl,
god,
man.
it doesn't matter. Yeah.
We'll talk about Deathbed next
I
week.
gotta
Oh my
take
God.
a breather.
Yeah, I don't know. That movie we really should have watched at like midnight, half drunk. We were laughing and I was sober. It was so bad. It was like a 1972 like
I'm gonna have to think about it.
I know. We're gonna have to digest it.
I'm gonna have to chew it. It's a deep movie. It's chock full of stuff.
This is an idea that I kind of initially came up with, or like had thought of, that we were like kind of teasing last week, of summer talk, just kind of talking about summertime movies, summer jams, outdoor games, whether it be bags, driving range, paintball, play cabin movies,
Horseshoes, man.
Horseshoes is pretty bomb.
Water sports.
Summer.
Yeah, the sound of cold ones.
No, there's summer right there for you.
I'll do another one, please, if you're out. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I know we talked about blockbusters last week, but we didn't really talk about like other like summer movies. I know that was something
Especially,
Ice cold. No.
thank you.
Well, I didn't tip it upside down though.
What are you drinking? Is that Darrell's enjoying a?
This weekend, which we're actually recording on a Saturday, which is rare in itself, we're doing a Space Ace Bloody Orange Craft Cider. This is a 6.9% alcohol by volume, 12 fluid ounces, 355 milliliters. It's delicious. I don't usually like ciders. I get heartburn very easily, but
I'm surprised the blood orange isn't giving you.
yeah, it's not bad. It's good. Really good stuff. If you can get your hands on it, I highly recommend that you try it. Anyways, this time of year, a lot of people go to the fair. And I know this is really weird, but my New Year's is State Fair.
I know what you're saying.
It's like really weird because like for us, at least growing up around the State Fair.
Are you cozy, Jake?
No, hold on, I'm getting there. Hey man, if you want beverages, gotta make sacrifices. Sorry, Darrell.
No, around this time of year, it's like time to go back to school. You got to buy like, back for school shit and that whole deal. So it was kind of like a time of renewal rather than like New Year's. It's like, hey, well, everything's fucking over. Welcome to winter.
Oh, absolutely.
For 4 months.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
Like, now it's like, okay, well, here's that last ditch effort to get out there and like hate people and.
Hallelujah! I'm doing the praise
Thank you.
emoji here for
The
you.
State Fair for me was the last weekend I had with my dad before I went back to school. I remember that vividly.
Womp.
Yep.
And it sucks when I started going to college. I'm like, wait a minute, I got to go back to school before the fair.
Yeah, that was.
Wait, what?
That
oh,
sucks.
but I get out in April. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I can't
But no,
wait
I
for the
totally
fair.
mean, yeah, and then you'd have to go and get you a list of supplies and go to Target with your mom and get anxiety and start getting heart palpitations and
You're like,
sweaty
here's your
palms
classes, and you're just like, fuck.
you're like, oh, okay. Oh, I have the bitch teacher. Oh, no.
Yep, you get
Oh,
Labor
man,
Day
Mark's
weekend.
not in my class this year. Oh.
You get Labor Day weekend, you get like a 4-day weekend, and then it's just like, all right, welcome back.
I didn't want to sleep like those weekends. I'm like, I got to use every hour
I
of
know.
the day. I can't go to sleep. Now that's how I take my days off.
I did. Yeah, just sleep. I had Tuesday off this week. I literally I woke up and went back to bed a bunch of times and slept until 6:30 in the afternoon.
And
I was
then
like,
what?
well,
Sometimes
went to work
that's
the
how you
next day
spend your
anyway.
summers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the
Can't
fair
help
though.
it.
The smells when you first get there and you smell that first like Pronto Pup cheese curd waft, and then you hear like music all over the place, and some kids screaming in the background.
There's always
on the
kids
Ferris wheel.
screaming.
Why not? It's like a giant Walmart outside.
And some drunk just stumbling towards the gate, coming out, just like,
yeah.
fuck, they're done for the
It's
day
9
already.
a.m.
Yeah.
What city festival did you guys go to growing up? Because I was Brooklyn Park, so I went to Tater Days growing up and everything, and that was like big for me.
State
Did you
Fair.
guys?
Central Avenue was always a big thing, big parades and shit back when I was a kid, right on 65.
Like
if
block
you-
parties, or
It was like the whole city just had this giant parade, and people would just line up, and there was rides and everything else. Excuse me. And I went to Forest Lake a lot when Corey moved up there. We went there for like 4th of July, like had the big carnivals and stuff in there and everything else. That's basically the ones I went to. Just local stuff around the city and
Been
stuff.
to the Taste a few times. Other than
Never
that,
been, yeah.
I grew up in Northeast Minneapolis, so there wasn't much going on
none
in
of you
that
guys
area.
had suburb
Not really.
festivals like I
No,
did.
not really. I mean, the State Fair was the one that I went to, and I worked there for a few years, so I have very
Where?
fond memories at the fair.
But where? Doing what?
I worked in grandstand admission, so after I basically be like a ticket booth taker.
Yeah.
I'd take the tickets, and then depending on what was playing that night, like we'd get to go just watch the show.
You also vandalized the State Fair too.
Why?
I don't know why.
I didn't
Actually, I know
vandalize.
why.
I didn't vandalize anything.
Yeah, you did.
No.
I was there. And I almost got
that was years
That was
later,
when
and that's
Justin
another
tried to-
story I do not care to talk about.
Justin tried to throw me under the bus for drinking.
Jake wants to talk about it, I guess.
Wow, thanks a lot.
It's good memories. It was good. We heckled Hanson to the point where like 1,000 young high school girls were going to kill us. That
Yeah, and
was a fun
I got
night.
slapped for you too.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, that was Matt's fault.
That was
Yeah,
my
it's always Matt's fault. That's
Yeah,
what
thanks a lot, Dad.
He
That was the
doesn't
hottest
listen.
day I've ever walked around for an extended amount of time, and the most beer I've ever drank on a day like that hot. We drank. I think I got there at 11, I think, and we were there until when they closed. When we were walking out, like holy moly!
No,
and
because there
sweating.
was still some daylight.
No, there was not. It was
No, there
pitch
wasn't.
black
It
when
was
we were
pitch
leaving. dude.
black.
Yeah,
Can we bring up happier memories and
Sure.
maybe go into the drunk
that was
times?
happy for me. Huh?
Yeah, you know. Yeah,
Hey, you said summer. I was sweaty.
I know. Sweaty ass
Do you guys
summer.
do like? Were you big on like theme parks or like rides when you were
Oh, yeah.
kids?
God, yeah, I loved Valley Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved everything that had to do with theme parks and Florida and all that shit. The State Fair.
Oh,
was,
you're talking like big theme parks.
Yeah, I mean,
Listen, the only child come out of them all of a sudden. Oh, I love fairs. Yeah, like you fly to Florida and go on rides. Like what? No, I don't remember any of that. It was
Yeah.
Columbia Heights had like a Central Park, I think it was called. That's where we played football, and they had like the entire park was the entire city of Columbia Heights would go up there, and it was all the rides and the fairs and stuff. I seem to remember walking to that, and 4th of July.
oh, the Midway is. I still walk through there and just kind of like people watch.
Oh, I go through the midway end of State Fair every single year.
just cause.
Yeah, I don't think I ride anything, but yeah, I have to
It
walk
brings me
through.
back.
There's
I'll
a
play a
good
game
fry
or two.
stand right over there too.
That's the best one to go to. That's where I
Yeah.
go.
The thing is, I'm very specific. I like about 4 or 5 things at the fair, and then that's it. I can be all done. I don't
Yeah.
like going there all day. I like staying. So if you look at the grandstand, I'm sorry for people out of state that don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But if you look at the grandstand on the right-hand side, you got Butcher Boys, you got corn, you got lemonade, you got that arcade next to the butterfly. Alligator, and then right around the corner, just if you go down a block, you got another arcade, Sweet Martha's, deep fried Oreos. We can be done. We
Butterfly
can go.
Garden.
Yeah. That's what I said.
I love walking by there because there's always some kid freaking out inside there because they're landing on him. He's like, yeah. It's like, yeah, that's what you get. Welcome to life, you son of a bitch.
And then they step on like 10 of them too.
This is literally this is how I go through the fair every single year. I go in, Liney Lodge, get a beer, right? Possibly something deep fried.
Some food lube.
But then I go down to the next corner is a Pronto Pup, little cart right there. Yep. That's the first place I go. Get a foot-long Pronto Pup. Then I walk to the beer gardens and get a beer. And then we walk
You just got a beer.
Well, I have that done by the time we get to the beer gardens. And then we go through the bazaar, right? And get lamb on a stick.
Where are the fries?
This is when you go south. Would you let me? Then you come out and you start walking around.
You don't want to get a Krabby.
Stevie gets like some cookie dough thing or something. And then I go down to the French fries, grab those and a beer, and walk through the Midway. And when I come out of the Midway after a little while, maybe 2 beers in the Midway, come out, go to the alligator stand, get some alligator, and then I finish it up with big fat bacon.
Ooh, I haven't had that.
And some deep fried avocado at O'Gara's.
I do a very similar thing. Get a beer, go to Butcher Boys.
Never been there.
It's one of my favorite steak sandwiches ever with cheese.
Like for $12 or
$10. It's not bad. And then go across the street, get 2 ears of corn, down that with lemonade, of course, cheese curds, and then I'll go for the deep fried Oreo or whatever the hell. I like it. We all like our own things.
I know. It's just...
And then go see a concert, because normally that's what I go there for. And then grab some Sweet Martha's on the way home on the bus ride. And China. That's it. Well, I'm all done. Other than that, I'm done walking around the fair.
I love walking around the fair.
I don't know, man.
Oh, it's all about the people watching too, man.
I don't like people because most times I usually go, I pick the busiest fucking time of year.
Yeah, during the weekend.
Exactly, like a Friday night.
Which we have to go to this year because of this concert. I usually go on a Wednesday, man.
I got decent tickets,
Tuesday or Wednesday.
It'll be fun.
I like going early, too, when it first starts up because everything's fresh.
That is true.
Everything's fresh. But if you go like this, the last couple days, everything smells like garbage. like hot garbage and
hot
old
garbage
and old grease.
But if you would let me, I used to work the grandstand, and I saw a lot of awesome concerts there in my high school years. I mean, I'm talking Steve Miller, Poison, Three Doors Down, Breaking Benjamin, Motley Crue, the first and only time they were ever invited, when Tommy Lee brought out his camera and did the booby cam on the big monitors.
Oh my God.
First and last time he was ever allowed there. Kenny Rogers, I saw the Flaming Lips when it was pouring rain out. And the funny thing is like all the elderly or senior people, we would swap. So like it would be like...
Ew.
No. Like it would be like a country artist or somebody else like that.
I don't know which one's worse, swapping with old people or country music.
No, like they would watch the gate, and then we'd go watch the concert, and vice versa. Like the nights I didn't give a shit, I watched the gate, and they got to go watch the show.
Gotcha.
I got paid like $6 an hour. So I literally spent all my money that I probably made there at the fair, because I took the bus from Brooklyn Park, where Circuit City used to be, in that old movie theater, and I'd go down there. And the albums that I was listening to was Stain, Chapter 5, 9 Inch Nails with Teeth, and then I was a big fan of Kanye West. Thank you.
It's 8 o'clock.
I was a big fan of Kanye West's first album, and I just bought Late Registration on CD. So those are like the three big things I was kind of listening to at that point.
I just remember in summer cruising a lot. When I got my Impala and I had my Mustang and stuff, man, I would drive all the way to Forest Lake and cruise that town with my cousin around the lakes and shit. Then I'd drive through Princeton nonstop. That's all we do. I'd pick up like 3 of my buddies, and we'd just drive around all day long when we didn't have nothing to do.
I did that most of the winter.
And, you know, go to the lakes and whatever, meet up with whoever. Go to the park, play basketball. Then we just go home and start drinking a little bit. And then we're like, oh, they want to meet up. Okay, we'll go over there and freaking hang out with them. That's what summers were for me.
Yeah, wait until getting all you can get in before the lights turned on, the street lights. So much riding bikes too. I was talking about like
ride my bike everywhere.
I've been trying to ride my bike more this summer, and like I've been trying to do it without hands, which I used to be able to do for like hours and hours and hours and miles and miles.
If I see you riding on your bike with no hands, texting on your phone, I'm gonna drive into you.
I can do that.
Well, if it's not you, someone else will.
Right.
Hey, it's a skill. Driving without hands.
It's a nuisance.
You never did that as a kid?
God, yeah, I'd go down these giant hills at like 90 miles an hour with no
Now
hands.
you're a sour old man, and it's a nuisance.
But I didn't have a phone.
I didn't say I had a phone. You did.
Right, I said if I saw you.
He insinuated.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't. I'm challenging myself.
It's so offended.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Snowflake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Snowflake.
Anyway.
Poking the fucking bear.
We could talk about summertime stuff all day long. I mean, we haven't even got to half of the stuff on the list.
Grilling. Corn on the cob, man.
Dude, I've been stuck on I've probably eaten my body weight in watermelon in the last month.
You didn't eat any of the corn on the cob. I grilled.
I have had corn on the cob.
Not the stuff I grilled like a
that
week
wasn't
ago.
Oh yeah, I was really
at
full
Matt's?
that day. Yeah. I was really full, but I had a few days after. I need to go get some.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get some corn on the cob on the way home and eat like some 10 o'clock p.m. corn.
You'll have at 8 o'clock morning fucking colon cleansing too after that.
It is 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it is 8 o'clock.
Anybody listening, if they want to come hang out with us at the fair, I'm going to be down there about 4 o'clock, and I got my Facebook, so just hit us up on Cyber Lunch. And
What day is that? Friday?
It's a Friday the 31st. You'll probably find me in the arcade after a Butcher Boys having some beer and stuff, hanging out.
It's the last Friday.
It's the last. Is it?
Yep.
Friday the 31st?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
I'm going to try and go there. There's a bunch of good free shows there. Austin's playing there that weekend.
he's playing at
Harmar's
Dino's,
playing there
yeah.
for free. There's like a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
Awesome. The grandstand? No, what's the barn? The cheap one, the free one.
The
What's that
Lightning
called?
Lodge?
Is that
Yeah, the Lightning
Yeah.
Lodge.
Dude, they have some cool bands.
That's
cool
where we
fun.
heckled Hanson.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and Harmar's playing there a couple shows for free.
I watched Styx play there once. That was cool.
Oh, I saw them play free, or not free, paid at the, was it Sticks? Yeah, at the,
It was Styx and REO Speedwagon when it rained.
and a 38 special.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a great show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were both there with our parents.
I remember being at the gate and it was raining and they had to evacuate.
It was sprinkling.
It was sprinkling, but there was like chance of lightning, and that was like the most post-apocalyptic thing I've ever been through, where they had to evacuate the stadium because of lightning. Everybody's out there in their ponchos chanting, "Let us in, let us in," over and over for at least
Wow,
like
we
10
must have
minutes.
got there later or something. I don't
No,
know.
I swear to God, I was just like, fucking, I don't even remember how old I was.
Never been inside the grandstand before.
Oh, really? I went and saw Fanagram last year.
It's weird.
It's
It's
really
just like a
awesome.
big bleachers with like open space in
Just
front of it.
imagine the Basilica Block Party, but like 4
Yes.
times as wide.
Yeah, basically, and then some big bleachers.
I remember my uncle used to tell me about when
A
there was
grandstand.
car races there back in the day.
I went to a stock car racing when it was probably like 95 or so, and one of the Petty kids was racing there, and he ran over his crew driver and killed him.
Yeah, that's what the last death that happened there before they closed it down.
Yeah, I think it was. It
Yeah.
was late 90s maybe.
Yeah.
I remember he was
that's-
driving a really colorful Spree candy car. Remember
Good job.
Sprees?
Good job, bud. Brakes on the left. Gas.
You wanna
It
know
was
like-
nuts, man. They closed it down for like an hour, and we're like, "Oh, what happened?" And all of a sudden, ambulances came out, and we're like, "Oh, what happened?" And then like a long like patrol of like cops, and we're like, "Oh no!"
I don't know if it's still there, but a little Easter egg. When I was a kid at Heritage Square, there was like this train car that you could walk through that replicated what it was
Yep.
like to ride a train.
Still
there was
there.
a one particular picture where there was like this woman with like pasties on her nipples, and I would always, I found it, and I would go there every year just to go look at the chick with the boobs.
Where was it?
It's in the Heritage Square on the back, kind of where the racetrack used to be. It's
Like,
all
it's
it's all
part of-
renovated now. I think it's gone, obviously. Because
Yeah, I think that's where they put that big barn and stuff, right?
Yeah, but that was something I always like. I want to go on the train. I will go on the train. And that's the only reason why I want to go. On the
Bibs.
And it was just part of like the
pictures and like the
Oh, okay.
history and stuff like that.
I thought
So
it was like a
showgirl.
portal, like somebody hung up on the wall and nobody noticed or something.
I don't know. I don't think so, but it was like some showgirl.
The scariest moment of my life, one of the scariest moments, was at the
Haunted house?
there. Yeah, when I was a little kid.
I've never gone through that.
I've got a pretty good memory of that as well.
Did you punch somebody in there?
No, I would never do that. That would
Didn't
probably,
you?
That'd probably be like Angel.
I smacked the dude in the head because he grabbed me. I was like not prepared for that. And
Oh,
he just
then yeah.
reached out and freaking grabbed my shoulder. I'm just like, freaking smack.
My mom took
I
me through
ran
there.
through that place.
My mom took me through there, and I had a tank top on, and I was like running in place, and she's like laughing as she's hanging onto me, and I literally like a cartoon stretched my shirt out, so it was like hanging off of me the rest of the day.
I wanted to fuck out of there. As soon as I came in, there was like a table with a lady's head on it talking, but it was like a hologram, whatever. And I remember that shit. And then walking up the stairs, there was only lights.
Everybody, your mom's probably like laughing.
Oh, it was my stepmom. She said I had one hand on her belt on one side. Corey had his hand on her belt on the other side, and then somebody was grabbing her from behind. So she was getting freaked out because she thought somebody, it was in the haunted house, so somebody was grabbing her. But it was just some other kid like, get me the fuck out of here.
It's like $4 to go through.
Not anymore.
Oh, really? Is it more?
No, it's like $15.
Yeah, I'll say it's over 12.
Yeah. Might even be 20 now. To go
they got actors and stuff now. And
actors.
Trained
but it's a good place,
professionals.
man. The State Fair is just a good memory for me. It always will be. I always loved it. Just sit there. I would just sit there and listen to music. I'd stop at the beer gardens when they have the music playing. Sometimes there's like a reggae band there playing like Sublime or something. Grab some beers and just sit at the table. Just drink and watch people.
The beer is expensive. That's the only part that sucks.
Watching on the booty. Bye.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to know what's going on.
$9 to $10 a beer around there.
No, you can get them for like $5-6 at some.
Yeah, if you drink the cheap shit.
Yeah. Did you guys ever do the Space Needle there? That was like one of my favorites as a kid.
Which one?
Space Needle?
No, I've never done that.
Too high for me.
Hardly.
I don't like heights. I watched that slingshot thing and I.
Oh, that's completely different.
I would do it.
Blah.
No.
No problem.
You ever seen like those videos online of like people doing that and they got like the camera and they're like passing out like 4 different times? That would be me.
You mean DMX?
DMX did that?
No.
He passed out in a slingshot ride and
no, I know.
Uploaded the video?
It was something. No, some chick or some dude who fucking.
Where my hood? Where my hood? Where my hood?
Damn dog, that's scary. That was really scary.
Did you ever see him do Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's the greatest thing ever.
I don't know if I can handle that.
Freestyle, man. It's the greatest thing.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly. That's exactly what he was doing. But he was doing like beat.
What you really want? Oh
His Black album was one of the best ones, and It's Dark and Hell is Hot. That was a great album too. Yep.
Ain't no sunshine.
Dude, I remember seeing those and being like, whoa, I can't.
Yeah.
I gotta ask my mom first if I can listen to this. And she's gonna say no. So I probably shouldn't.
Then I'm gonna go to CD Warehouse and buy it anyways behind her back. Then my teacher will take it out of my CD player and then call my parents because it's so graphic.
I miss used
That
media
never
stores.
happens.
We need some more used media stores again, man.
That was the first time I ever saw.
What's his place went out of business?
Which one?
Cheapo. I mean, they didn't go out of business. They got like 2. But
They got the Northtown one, and
I like Cheapo. Click, 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 click.
is there any other ones besides? Yeah, I know, right? That back when it'd be like
the one on
hopping.
Central, right on Central over in Northeast was there. It was right off of 694.
Electric Fetus.
65.
I think the St. Paul one's still open.
Yeah, I think that's the only one. Oh no, the Northtown one, the one we went to.
Northtown one's still there, yeah.
We might talk a little bit more about State Fair next week, but I think we should move on to our secret question for this week. Kind of running out of time here.
Are we?
Yes. Unfortunately.
No, it's Saturday, dude. Got nothing to do. You got to wake up at 6 in the morning.
You got no job.
You got shit. Oh, Justin and I got to talk about No Man's Sky a little bit. You've been getting farther into it.
Yeah, I got about 11 hours in now.
Are you sticking with it? Something you're
I
going to stick
am.
with?
Yeah, I've gotten a little bit. The harvesting's gotten easy. I still don't think I'm fully implementing what I can do in that game.
Are you taking the Atlas path?
I don't know what that means. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you find the Atlas stations? Have you found one of those yet?
I don't think so.
The mysterious stations? Ooh.
Don't think so.
It's good stuff.
I just conversed with some Artemis dude and.
Okay, so you're getting there.
Okay.
You're getting there.
Yeah, I feel like I'm probably almost catching up to you there.
You know the weird space station that shows up every once in a while and has a little
The
frog
entity?
guy? Yeah, the entity one.
Yeah.
If you go in there, one guy asks if you ask about the future or the past, or you can ask for like the Atlas path or whatever else.
Yeah.
Always ask about the Atlas stuff.
Okay.
Because it's cool. That's where you learn. Where I've learned the most languages, and you also get like 2 warp cores in a lot of them when you go there.
Oh, okay.
And they're like really cool. They're like the meta of the game.
Yeah, those 2 guys are cool. Yeah, it's a super weird game. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like Space Odyssey, the game, kind of.
Yep.
But with just, I don't know. I like the alien races. They aren't cheesy. They seem believable, and especially with like the fauna, like up out on the planets and stuff, like all those animals and stuff. Everything's like, oh man, that's kind of cool. That makes sense.
The funniest thing I ever saw though was somebody made a video of what was promised. But when No Man's Sky first came out, it was all those epic animals and stuff. And
yeah, they're supposed to be like brontosauruses and stuff.
And then what we got, and it was and it was like this weird animal just like tramping across the ground, like barely can put his foot down. I saw these huge like elephant-sized creatures last night, and they were flying around on little tiny wings, and they were just hovering over the ground. Oh,
really?
Yeah, I saw some crazy stuff, but I have yet to see anything twice. I have not seen a single thing.
I really haven't either. And that's one of the things I like about the game is just going and scanning all the different minerals and animals and plants and just, finding the languages. I like that whole exploration. I don't even think I've bought a projectile or used a projectile weapon.
No, I have a bolt caster, but I never use it. On my ship, I have rockets and like regular cannons on it too, but I think I use the mining lasers the most on it.
Same, yeah.
So, yeah, it's fun. It's a fun game, and like I said, until I was talking to Chase, our PC lover, and he was just like, until I see a same planet twice or something twice, I'm just gonna keep playing this game because I've never seen anything that's even similar. Every planet I go to is different, every single one. So it's pretty cool. I just hope that they keep patching the graphics and like there's a big patch coming out. It should have been out this week.
I was getting a bunch of frame rate issues last night, but I think it might have just been my system getting hot because I had been playing it for like 3-4 hours, and I touched it and I was like, whoa, that was bad. It was like that temperature where like my parents used to touch and be like, okay, it's time to turn it off now. Yeah. It's really hot and it's dangerous for that.
I was getting that, and I just reset the game. I just quit it.
I did that a couple times. Yeah,
just restarted it. It boots up so fast. It's just like,
it does. Yeah, for what it is.
Yeah, I like it. It's a fun game. It reminds me of, it's just a chill, like I said, it's my meditation game. I just run around and just do stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's easy to get around for the most part once you kind of know what you're doing.
Yeah, they streamline that stuff enormously.
But they really do kind of throw you into it. You really have to kind of... I mean, there's tutorials and stuff, but, I mean, you can only describe something so much without actually somebody guiding you through it and showing you how the process works.
And we've barely touched a corner of what the game can do, so there's so much to learn about this game. If you watch, like, in-depth videos like that are out now, the game's been out for 2 years. People are just doing crazy stuff in there. Did you see that your mining tool that you dig out ground, when you're doing copper or mining copper or something in the ground? It's not just your regular mining laser. It's like what do they call it? You can like dig holes in the ground and stuff with it. Have you gotten that yet?
Yeah, the terrain modifier. Yes. Yeah, where you harvest like all the copper and the sodium. And
right. Did you notice that you not only can dig holes in the ground, but you can also add structure to the ground with it? So you can build like mountain structures and stuff.
Oh, really?
Things. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
There's a whole bunch of cool
Is that like
stuff.
an upgrade you have to buy? That's something else I need to have you show me is like all the add-ons and the upgrades.
Yep, I'll show you that. You should get on there. I keep telling you.
You show me the way.
Took 3 weeks to watch a movie, so I'm assuming I'll talk to you in about a month.
I'm going to get you a couple hard-to-watch movies here and be like, watch this,
anything
Jake.
Tim and Eric. That'd be hard
The
for
Martyrs. High Tension.
Yeah, we got some Halloween things coming up soon here. We're gonna have to plan a couple scary episodes for October. Any ideas? We'll take them. Thinking ahead.
Anything Vincent Price would be awesome.
That'll be our like 1 year anniversary. Like our
it will be
not technical, but our loose 1 year anniversary.
Soft 1 year anniversary.
Super soft.
Super soft.
Get some testosterone, bud.
All right, so I have the secret question this week. In honor of summer and driving and road trips and memories. If your family had a road trip / vacation movie, what would it be like? Does that make sense?
Yeah, would it be like...
Give me a couple scenes, or give me a synopsis, or give me some characters. It's hard to hit the road with your family a couple times without having a couple memories and something that... I'm guessing it would be comedic, but if you want to make it something else...
Lampoon's Vacation. That's my family in a nutshell, pretty much. Yeah. Because all sides. They're all... I got a mixture of everybody in my family. It's like distant cousins, and I could totally see an Eddie in our family, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think everybody is an Eddie in their family.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Even he's not an uncle.
I think that's the best one that summarizes that type of feeling, because it wasn't a horror movie, it wasn't a drama, because most times everybody relatively got along, other than some fights over gambling and shit like that. But
I guess I'm kind of more looking for maybe a story from your own personal one that you feel like,
Yeah, here's my story.
or kind of encapsulate your family vacation into
here we
a
go.
movie pitch.
I can do it in 5 seconds.
Okay.
Don't make me stop this car. I swear to God, if you don't shut up, I'm going to stop this car and I'll give you something to cry about. Or, here we go. Hey, grab me a beer when you're coming back. There we go. That's my family in a nutshell.
That's a good one. I feel like
And then fishing with Grandpa.
Don't make me stop the car would probably be.
Oh, God. I've had brakes slammed so hard in the car in the middle of the street that, like, I was shocked. Like, that was like, oh, I went way too far. Like, literally in the middle of the street. Parent got so pissed, just slams on the brakes. Screeching halt scared us all to death. And then we didn't say shit the rest of the way home. I remember those days.
A bunch of like, are we there yet? I remember asking that.
no.
I just like
so
when we
damn
were
long.
doing something. Because I was always stuck at home. You know, we were always at home. So anytime we were out, I would like soak up every bit of it. Every bit of it. My mom's aunt used to live in Rogers, which is nothing now. But it was like the rural damn area back in the day. And just remembering being able to see the stars on the way home. That's
Not
when
anymore.
that's when I learned about Orion's belt and things like that from my mom when we were just driving home.
I learned about Orion's belt from Men in Black.
No, not that Orion's belt, the actual one.
The cat collar. The galaxy's on Orion's belt.
I just remember listening to a lot of edited albums
In the car in your
in the
headphones.
car. That's it.
I feel like a lot of the
I was a
road
pretty
trip-
quiet kid for the most part. So unless you fed me sugar,
My dad's side, me and my cousin would just go off and hang off by ourselves and go play video games or whatever because all the biker parents were off partying, doing their own thing. So we were just kind of always out hanging around, discovering new shit. That's what summer was for me, just discovering things that I wouldn't normally see because I was just a pent-up kid at home, you know, with my mom. When I went out, it was at my dad's. Like, we'd go out to the cousins' farms and shit like that, but I always sucked all of that stuff in because when I was at home, it was always homework, do your homework over and over. You're grounded all the time, you know?
Yeah, hear that, man.
Yeah, so I think
Did you guys ever travel with animals or pets?
No.
Oh, God. I remember we had a lab Rottweiler that we tried to bring up to the cabin, which is a 6-hour drive, and that was always fun because we'd, put her in a kennel and she'd be pissed about that and she'd be crying and farting and breathing heavy and fogging up the windows and whining and farting and breathing heavy and fogging up the windows.
as a
and
kid,
crying.
no, but in my older life, yeah, like my little one, Onyx, he got car sick all over my cousin one time. It was hilarious. Yeah, all of a sudden, my cousin's in the back. She's like, Aunt Sue, Onyx threw up all over me.
How old is
Kids
this?
are calm like that.
Yeah.
How old is she?
My cousin, she was like 18.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she's like,
Yeah.
meh. It's just mostly grass because he's an idiot.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's fine. It's grass and stomach acid. You're fine.
I remember my dad having a boat and we used to go down the Mississippi River every weekend.
Oh,
when
dude,
was
I
with
love
him and
cruising.
stuff.
All you have to do is just sit there and go with it.
Yep. And we'd camp out on little islands and stuff down there. Like
I remember
way south.
camping out on an island in the St. Croix when I was a kid and having somebody catch and kill and fillet a fish, and it scarred me for like 10 years.
It would.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the summer, and this is going to be really fat, but name of the show is Cyber Lunch, so whatever. But going to Dairy Queen
Yeah.
and getting a chocolate hot fudge sundae
Before it closes for the
before it
season.
closes,
Back
right
when
when
it actually
when it
closed.
was dusk,
Yep.
and you knew it was late because the sun didn't set till like almost 9 o'clock.
There was an A&W
I love that, too.
drive-in
Yeah,
by
yeah.
my house. My dad would pick me up and we'd go have some coney dogs, some chili dogs from A&W with the fresh root beer on the summer. Man.
I'm going to
Yeah,
get some
dude.
Chinese food, a chili dog, and some Dairy Queen. Way home.
Just
After
checking.
Chipotle for lunch.
baby, how's your day?
Yeah.
I'm flying. Don't worry about me. Just having a snack.
Cultivating mass.
Are you going to have red ginger?
Ooh. No, I kind of want like trashy, like in a takeout box.
It's a
Like,
waste
just give
of
me
money.
like some crappy chicken chow mein
Chin.
and some white rice. No, I'm talking, no. Rose Garden.
Qian Lin. Qian Lin.
That El Toro right over here, or El whatever, is really good, by the
Yeah,
way.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good stuff.
Mexicans bomb too.
Margaritas.
Margarita. Darrell, what you doing over there? Anything you need to talk about, or?
Not really. The one thing that I will say before we wrap this show up, I'm sold on Red Dead 2.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah,
I wasn't before.
I don't want to see anything else, though. I'm not going to...
Kind of, I'm on the same boat. Like, I wasn't before. Now that I got the TV to push it, I'm like, okay, I definitely want to play this. I'm all in. I just... I don't know what to say. I'm... Now, that... And I know you're going to roll your eyes, but that's okay, because we all have different opinions, but... That and Smash Brothers are the only thing I'm looking forward to this fall.
That makes sense. I don't blame you for that.
No.
Those are exciting titles.
That's it. And that's really sad for me.
I'm waiting for Forsaken, the DLC for Justin's favorite game.
And I'm eye-rolling at that.
And Red Dead. And that's about all I care about. And then it's going to be Broke Spring this year, I think, because there's going to be a lot of stuff coming up.
I'm sure there'll be some really good indie titles or something.
Well, RE2, for sure, in January 26th, I want to say 2019.
Can't wait.
The remake. And now there's like this...
2019.
Now there's this ultra gore setting that I'm hearing about. All about it. Can't wait. I wish they could like make that come out during October.
Yeah,
that'd be sweet.
Man.
Yeah,
that'd be really nice.
On it for like 4 years. So
did anybody ever play Dead by Daylight? I was looking at the add-on sale, and they have a lot of really cool character add-ons.
Yeah, I saw that today, for sure. No, I never did.
I've heard good things about it, but
it's going to be more of the same with Friday the 13th, but I think that was ported from PC to Xbox. So.
Me and Darrell were playing some Mortal Kombat X today, and I have all the DLC, including the horror, including what Jason used to be in, and you can't access him anymore.
Jason?
Not...
Yeah, Freddy.
Jason, Friday the 13th, Jason.
On
Mortal Kombat.
What do you mean?
Like, he's on the character select screen, but he's like clouded out, and you can't select him.
Yeah, but
and then when you go to like the store to buy him, he's not like showing up in the collection pack picture.
Really?
And I wonder if it had to do with the lawsuit. But it's like so stupid because that was all like previously. I mean, they can't do anything new, but I don't know. I'll have to Google it.
Speaking of which,
upsetting.
when the hell is the next Mortal Kombat coming out?
PS5.
No.
Do you think that's going to come out next year?
They need to do something else.
You're going to eye roll at me, and he fucking yelled at me. But the new Spider-Man game's coming out. I love Spider-Man. I'm all about it.
Well, you got a PlayStation.
I wish I could get that, man. I'd get that game.
So they'll still give me $165 for my PlayStation 4 at GameStop. To get a Pro.
Don't buy a Pro.
Why?
Because it's not worth it.
You don't think so?
PlayStation Pro is not worth it. Trust me. Wait for the PS5. Don't buy a Pro.
Should we do a cheeseburger bet on whether Darrell's going to buy a Pro or not?
No, because whoever bets that he will win.
Damn it!
I wouldn't do it. There's no reason to. It doesn't. It's not a Pro like the Xbox.
It's $250.
It doesn't have a Blu-ray player in it. It doesn't have.
I have that on my Xbox X, so who cares?
It doesn't do native X 4K. It does checkerboard 4K. It's up-res 4K. It's not like the X that you have.
Okay.
Don't even waste your money. Just play it.
I just have to ask. You don't have to fucking yell at me. I'm just saying.
Yelling. Look at how good God of War looked on your regular PlayStation.
I know.
So don't worry about it. That's it.
True. It did. And you know, the funny thing is, it did support HDR, believe it or not, on just a regular PlayStation.
Yep.
So that's what
there was an update to the S that lets it do HDR too.
Oh, really?
Yep. But it's checkerboard 4K. Blah, 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 blah. Technically, that S can do 4K, but it's checkerboard. It's up-resing. And
it's not native.
Not native, yeah.
Whatever.
I played Doom in native.
I know.
I gotta play that again.
For Eternal to come out, that looks so sick.
When is that due out?
It's a little too parkour for my taste.
Well, I can't wait.
I'm just like, really?
I want a good story, man. I didn't mind Doom 3. Everybody said they hated it.
Oh, Doom 3 was sick.
That was my favorite.
Yeah, I like that one.
That came out of nowhere. You're like, what? They're making another Doom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I understand why people want the twitchy blah 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 and the fast.
It reminded me of Bulletstorm. You guys remember that?
I didn't like Bulletstorm.
Oh, I loved Bulletstorm. That was such a fun game. You remember that?
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
I never got to play it.
Oh, you should play it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Rage 3 is coming out this year, or Rage 2.
I'm excited about that one too.
Me too. It's
one thing that did come out, it's $20. I've always been a fan of the Telltale Walking Dead series. The final season came out. I played The Last Frontier, or The New Frontier. I really like that a lot, honestly.
That's what it says. It's good.
It was really good, and this new season's getting good ratings, so I might jump on board and just play through that.
It's the last season, too.
I don't think I've done one since 1.
I mean, to follow the story of Clementine all the way through, I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Dude, she's a great character.
I couldn't get through 2. I have 2 also, but I couldn't. I was just like, okay, I've had enough.
Yeah.
That was like the Game of Thrones one, too.
Borderlands, and I was like, okay.
Did you see when she got her arm broken yet?
Yeah. Oh, the new stuff?
No, in chapter 2.
Yeah. I was almost all the way through, but I just like I don't care anymore. I just don't care. Let her die. I'll let her die.
With the tears fall down like rain.
Let her cry.
That's not how it goes. But anyways.
It eases all her pain.
So, well, that being said, thanks for sticking with us. We want to hear from you, Cyberbots. You can email us at cyberlunch1@outlook.com. Or contact us via our Facebook page at Cyberlunch. Keep feeding us the comments and the likes on YouTube as well. We love hearing your feedback.
Thanks for everybody that listens.
Yeah,
I really
please.
do appreciate it.
See, when we don't have comments, the only comment we have this week is me. It gets boring. We want to talk about stuff that you guys want to talk about.
We get real bored real easy. We're real bored boys.
So, until next time, I'm Justin.
I'm Darrell.
I'm Jake. Did it in the wrong order again.
We are Cyberlunch, and we are out.
Out.
Football.
Wow. Fantasy draft.
It's coming, man. I'm excited.
I got one next weekend.
We got to talk a little bit about
Meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow.